In this last video in this section, we're going to talk about Jefferson's foreign policies, and this is very short. During Jefferson's presidency, he was having trouble with pirates from the Barbary states of North Africa. They were seizing American ships for economic profit. And what had been done in the past was that presidents had paid the Barbary states a bribe to prevent the piracy. But a new king in Tripoli offered Jefferson an amount that Jefferson was unwilling to pay. So he was not willing to pay the new bribe available. And instead, Jefferson sent the U.S. Navy to blockade the port of Tripoli, basically to show military strength and win peace with the Barbary states. So it's becoming evident that the United States is becoming a commercial centerpiece, a economic boon for the world. The United States is producing a surplus. Okay, a surplus is extra goods, more than we can consume as a nation. So we need new markets to sell the surplus goods in. The problem was that the British captured the French ships that were going to and from the West Indies, because Britain and France are in a long-standing conflict. So the British are capturing French ships that are carrying mostly sugar, because the sugar is produced in the West Indies. It's a commodity that's in high demand. And this is, of course, very frustrating to the French. So the French often pay Americans to ship goods from the West Indies back to France. Okay, this is called re-exporting. In 1807, re-exporting goods creates an economic boom for both the United States and France. And the British don't like this. They don't like the fact that we're thriving and also the French are thriving. So they start using impressment. Again, this is like the swirly, okay? They're capturing U.S. ships, taking U.S. sailors, forcing them to serve in the British military. And about 6,000 Americans are taken over the course of time. Although in general the Federalists were willing to overlook impressment, the attack of the U.S. warship, the Chesapeake, really outraged many U.S. citizens. It was the kind of the straw that broke the camel's back for many people. And so in 1807, Jefferson places an embargo on Britain. And an embargo is when you suspend trade in order to punish a country. It's an economic sanction or punishment. So Jefferson orders an embargo on ships going to Britain. What he doesn't think about is the fact that suspending trade with Britain is going to really hurt the United States, both merchants and sailors. A large portion of business is going to be damaged because we are no longer trading with Britain. And the American public gets angry with Jefferson. And they also look back to the Federalist Party, because remember, the Federalists were sort of willing to overlook impressment in order to continue trading with the Brits. So just before he leaves the presidency in 1809, Jefferson lifts the embargo. He realizes that it was a mistake. So for a minute, I want you to just stop and think. This is the last slide in this particular PowerPoint. And I want you to just stop and think about the successes and failures of the Jefferson administration. So take a minute, look back at your notes, and make some notes. What did the Jefferson administration do well? What did it do badly? Write this down. Also, don't forget to write a question at the bottom of your notes. Okay? This is something that after you've listened to these presentations, you're still wondering about, or something that maybe you didn't understand. Okay guys, that's it for this PowerPoint. Lila and I had a good time, and I look forward to seeing you in class.